You go blind every few seconds and your brain hides it. You have been blind multiple times in the last minute. Not metaphorically. Actually blind, your visual system shut off, took in nothing, and then came back on. It happened while you were watching this. And here's the part that should bother you more than the blindness itself. You didn't notice. Not once. Which means something in your head is actively covering it up. And by the end of this, you're going to understand exactly how it lies to you and why it has to. Let's start with a question. How many times do you think your eyes move per second? Take a guess. Most people say 1, maybe 2. It's about 3, sometimes 4, which means in a normal day, your eyes reposition somewhere around 150,000 times. But that's not the strange part. The strange part is how they move. Here's a test. Hold up your finger and slowly track it with your eyes. Feels smooth, right? Now look at the corner of the room, then look at another corner, back and forth. Feels smooth too, doesn't it? It wasn't. That second one wasn't smooth at all. Your eyes can only move smoothly when they're locked onto something that's moving. Take the object away and your eyes lose that ability completely. They can't glide. They can only jump. These jumps are called saccades, and they're fast. Some of the fastest movements your body is capable of. Your eye can swing across your field of view in under 50 milliseconds. So now think about what that means. If a camera whipped across a room that fast, what would the footage look like? A blur. A useless, smeared, unwatchable blur. Your eyes are doing that 3 times a second, every second, all day. So here's the question that took scientists a long time to answer. Where's the blur? Because you've never seen it. Not once in your entire life. You have never, ever seen the world smear as your eyes moved. So what happened to it? The answer is that your brain doesn't let you see it. During each saccade, visual processing is actively suppressed. The signal is essentially discarded. You aren't seeing a blur, because for those milliseconds, you aren't seeing it all. This is called saccadic masking, and I know that's a big claim. So let's prove it. Right now, on you. Go find a mirror. Phone camera works too. I'll wait. Look at your left eye in the reflection. Now look at your right eye. Now, back to the left. Go back and forth a few times. You cannot see your own eyes move. You never will. No matter how fast you look, no matter how hard you try to catch it, your eyes appear perfectly still in the mirror every single time. But here's the thing. If someone else stood next to you and watched your eyes while you did that, they'd see them jumping around, obviously. Clear as day. Everyone can see your eyes move except you. That's not a trick of the mirror. That's your brain deleting the footage. So let's take stock of where we are, because this is bigger than it sounds. Somewhere between 40 minutes and a few hours of your waking life, every single day, you are functionally blind. Your visual system takes in nothing, and you have never once perceived a single gap. Which brings us to the actual mystery, not the blindness, the cover-up. Because think about it, if your vision cut out 3 times a second, you'd expect to experience the world as a flickering strobe, black image, like a broken light bulb. But you don't. You experience a smooth, continuous, unbroken visual world. So what is your brain putting in the gap? Sit with that for a second, because it's a genuinely hard problem. There's nothing to show you. The information doesn't exist. It was never recorded. So what would you do if you were the brain? Here's what it actually does, and it's stranger than anything you'd design. It takes the image from after the eye lands and stretches it backward in time. It uses what you see at the destination to fill in the moment you were blind. It edits the timeline so that the gap is retroactively filled with something that hadn't happened yet when the gap occurred. Your brain time travels the footage, and you can catch it doing this. There's a second test. Find a clock with a ticking second hand, analog, or the seconds display on your phone. Look away from it, then glance back suddenly. That first second is going to feel too long, noticeably long, like the clock hesitated before it moved. It didn't. Your brain backdated the image of the clock face to cover your saccade, and in doing so, it stretched your perception of that moment. You're not seeing an extra second. You're seeing your own edit. This is called chronostasis, and it means your brain is willing to falsify your sense of time, one of the most fundamental things you experience, just to preserve the illusion that your vision is continuous. Stop and consider how strange that priority is. Your brain would rather lie to you about when things happened than let you notice a gap. So here's where this stops being about eyes. If your brain is doing this constantly, invisibly, for something as simple as seeing a room, then the smooth, continuous experience you call being conscious is not a recording of reality. It's a construction, a reconstruction, assembled after the fact with the gaps patched over so well that you've never suspected they were there. And once you accept that for vision, you have to ask where else it's happening. Your memory reconstructs rather than replays. Your sense of having made a decision arrives after the decision is already underway. The feeling of a single unbroken you moving moving through time might be exactly the same kind of patch job, a continuity illusion, stitched over gaps you were never designed to perceive, which reframes the original question entirely. The interesting thing was never that you go blind 150,000 times a day. It's that you've never once caught it happening. Something in your head decided, long before you were born, that you don't get to see the seams. You've been blind multiple times since this video started. You still didn't notice, and now you know why. If you want more videos like this, subscribe.